Okay, I think it's all working now. Hey everybody, welcome back to Satisfactory, where we're hanging out in the desert with our randomized nodes. Hey, how you doing everyone today? Hope you're having a great day. So, yeah, we are still sitting above the Sarlacc pit, and yeah, we're keep moving on. So I have done a little bit of stuff off camera. Let me get you all caught up on what's happening here. So if we go over to the man mirror, have a quick look here, you can see that I pretty much got most of the stuff going in my research. I've got my sulfur. I found some sulfur. I got the quartz line going, and more importantly, I have the blade runners. I can move at some reasonable amount of speed. Oh my god, so what I did is I did a run around the perimeter. So if you look at the map here, you know, I've covered a good chunk of the desert now. And I've actually marked some kind of notable ore locations as I came across them. So I've got some quartz over here. I've got a pure iron node over here. I got some caterium over here. That's actually supposed to be caterium here as well. Let me quickly fix that. That was another normal. Normal? No, these were impure. Remember. I'm just going to put down caterium. We'll go to the front here, actually, and because I don't remember what it was. I could do a scan for it, but I don't know if the scanner will get out there. But you know what? It's good enough. I know what that one is. So that's all good. I've also found another SAM ore off in the distance, which is really kind of pointless considering I have one next to me. So yeah, I've done a little bit of running around. I found some stuff, randomly bits and pieces, make some marks on some notable stuff, and I started working my way through our technology tree. The only thing I haven't done here in my technology, I mean, I suppose I can do that. So get the power slug scan. I do have a purple slug. It's just in my bin right now, so I can unlock that, which will give me the thing. But the main thing is I have my overclocking done, which is kind of leading into one of the plans for today, is that with the overclocking comes underclocking, which means this only needs 12.5 iron ingots per minute, so I've actually slowed its smelter down to only provide that. So that gives me a lot more usable iron here, because right now my iron is producing 120 unoverclocked, and yeah, I'm not using anywhere near that. So if we do some quicking math in here, so what do we got? We got 30 here. We've got 15, so that's a total of 45 plus the 12.5, 45, 55, 57.5. So I'm not even using half of what's coming out of there, which is excellent news, because I do need to set up some assembly stuff. Namely, what I need to unlock is I need to unlock and start producing, not unlock, but start producing reinforced iron plates. Couldn't remember what the hell they were called for a second. I was kept trying to call them the alternate recipe. Yes, reinforced iron plates, because I need those for my Mark II belts, which, you know, for that miner there, I need to start doing. And then just basically I'm going to do a little bit of maintenance around the base here, get a few things set up. But the kind of other thing I want to do is I want to place the space elevator. And kind of thinking about how I want. So I really don't have a really solid idea of exactly what I'm going to do here yet. Now, one of the things that is only pretty much guaranteed is that they're going to have to use a lot of transportation of some kind. Just because with the scrambling of the ores, it's not really logically laid out anymore. It used to be that, you know, you would have a nice cluster of iron ore. You'd have these. Basically, the devs thought of, you know, how to make our lives usable or functional, or factories functional. With the randomization of the nodes, it really is, you know, not super convenient. It's still very much doable. I mean, one of the sad parts is I think I found like one pure node, so lots of normals, but very few pure so far. But that's okay, because, you know, that's what I want to play with is the new trucks. Or the pathing for the tractors and stuff. And it's just really nice and helpful that I have a cold node right here, which is going to allow me to start feeding tractors as soon as I unlock them, which will be very shortly after I get the space elevator up and running. So that I can start bringing materials in from the distance. My basic idea is I'm going to set up, you know, there's going to be an iron factory. There's going to be a copper factory. There's going to be a deuterium factory, just making like basically foundries. Not factories, actually more closer to foundries, where I just have the smelter where it's producing all of the steel ingots. So I'm going to be doing a blend of basically mega factory with my usual distributed manufacturing, and, you know, having the different buildings and kind of trying to build it into skylines as opposed to keeping everything encased. Except for right here. What I think I want to do here is I'm going to put the space, I'm going to arch over here. This is what I'm thinking. I'm going to put the space elevator. I'm going to use this volume as much as possible to see if I can just, you know, every machine that is going to make something from the space elevator, which shouldn't be that many machines, to be quite honest, will be here. The final product will be manufactured here, but all of the kind of stages of that product. So let's say aluminum, well, let's even go into the trigons, the SAM ore trigons. That'll be a factory that just produces SAM ore trigons. Everything else is going to be shipped in. So I'm going to be really, yeah, that's what my plan is to essentially turn this into a transport management. For the life of me, I can't think of the stupid game. So anyway, that's what the plan is today. So let's get going. I also want to start getting stuff out of the MAM. So I've kind of cleared this space out here. I'm going to set up for getting the alien goo stuff. So all the critters and whatnot that I capture. And I want to start sinking them sooner than later, because I want to start getting some tickets, like things like the concrete floor, so I don't have to put steel plate into these guys anymore. I'm also going to get some power crystals into my concrete because, well, that is really shitty right now. All right, so let's have a quick run over here. What I want to do is just try to figure out where the center of this crater is. Oh, it's so nice having the Blade Runners. Whee! Like, look at that jump. Look how fast I can go. Oh, it was so painful running the other way. Oh. Okay, guys. Give me half a sec. I'll be right back. You saw nothing. You saw me not having to do any kind of things to make my life easier when I'm off camera than the on camera, like turning the critters from passive back to kill me. Yes, I am going to do a mea culpa. I do indeed turn the critters to passive when I'm in between camera because, you know, I leave them turned on for the stream because, you know, yay, excitement, and, you know, I got to fight my way through just to bring a little bit of spice to the whole thing. But when I'm running around just trying to, you know, find things and put some miners down and stuff like that, I really don't need to, especially when all I've got is this. Once I unlock the big tool, which again is also one of the things that I want to take care of, that'll be different. But, you know, when all you got is this and you're trying to just do a little bit of exploration, I'm not really doing that much otherwise. I just turn them to passive. All right, so let's get right here. I'm going to put in let's put in the 4 meter here. Let's drop another 4 meter. Gotta remember to turn zoop on. There we go. Let's put another 4 meter there. So 2 of those. Let's turn to zoop, and now I'm going to go to the 2 meter. We'll pop 2 out, and then we'll go to the 1 meter and drop 2, And then we can go back to just our 1 meter foundations. And woo! Yeah, see, that's why I want to get the concrete, because running out of iron plate for making foundations is... Oh, I'm gonna die. I didn't die! That was stupid. Anyway, no one saw nothing. Nothing! Alright, irony plate. No, that's my error. Iron is over here. The other thing that's going to be different about my usual, like basically since I started playing this game, is that there will be no central warehouse. That's one of the reasons why I'm thinking I'm going to play with just having, you know, the iron ingot and, you know, my iron plate. And honestly, I might not even tear this stuff down. I just might hide it underneath buildings. So, I'll, you know, once I get kind of everything up and running, I'll just put walls around it and they can become permanent structures. And they will be for literally doing nothing but feeding my personal inventory. Because I think I've already unlocked the dimensional depot, or very close to. Oh, I got my mergers and splitters already. I didn't. When did that happen? Oh, of course that happened. Oh my God, catch up. I'm very close to getting the dimensional depot with the Mercer spheres. And I fell in love with the dimensional depots in the previous playthrough. It's just so nice that you just have stuff on you. Like, you don't have to worry about how many freaking inventory slots you have. What am I doing here? I'm getting played. ADHD Satisfactory. At some point, I'd like to get some light scattered around here, too. I'm not a big fan of the flashlight. It's just a very narrow beam. I'd have it rather have it more spread. Like, there isn't anything I can do with the beam here. No, absolutely nothing. So, also, let's lose the chainsaw out of there. There we go. Okay. What was I doing? What? Run over here. Oh, yeah, I was building an arch. So we're going to go over here. Now, I don't know how far I need to go before I run into stuff over here. But I got definitely... ow. That hurt again. Okay, so... where do I want to branch off of? And nope, I'm not gonna make that. Not a chance in hell. Yeah, the other thing also, it'd be nice to get the stairs unlocked. Lots of things I want to get unlocked. So yeah, I definitely want the start getting that sink going. Okay, so can I sneak past my so where do you know what, I guess I just start building it from here, because that is in alignment. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do here again is I'm just going to take the 4-meter ramp, go up by 2. We'll grab our 2-meter ramp. And 1, 2. Oh, holy crap, I actually pretty much nailed the distance here. Off by 1. Why aren't you at the right height? Oh, because you guys didn't quite start at the same height. There we go. I had to put a little extra there, but there. Okay, so that's going to be kind of the middle divide here. So now I need to do is count these guys here. So I'll hold down my control key and I'll just start walking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Please be an odd number. Oh, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, excellent. It is, in fact, an odd... I didn't want to do that. An odd number, because that means I can go 1, 2. So it's 13, so I can go to the 7th one. So this guy here is the center. So I can now pop... We'll go out by the same 6. That way. We'll go out 6 that way. That'll make 13. So because 6 plus 6 is 12, plus the center one is 13. So yeah, both directions are utilizing that same, and then we can just kind of fill this in a little bit. And we'll definitely do much more filling in momentarily. But right now, what I'm want to do is I just want to start tying everything together. Now, what's going to be the... All right, let's start off with the 1 meter here, and we'll go down the 2. We'll see where we end up in the bottom. Again, try to keep it as, you know, symmetrical and clean as possible. In fact, I'm even going to go back over there and fix that one. That one, I'd rather have to adjust for the 1 meter height difference. Yeah, everything's on the same grid. I've been so far pretty conscientious about making sure I'm using the world grid. Problem is, though, is that doesn't necessarily mean you got the right height. So I'm going to pull these guys out of here and all the way down to the bottom. And yep, knew that I was going to miss that one. Then we'll grab our ramp again. That is a wall. That is a ramp. We'll go back to the 1 meter. And then we'll do the 2. And then we put in the 2 meter. 2. Then we put in the 4 meter. 2. And then we just need to adjust down here with a 1 meter to kind of compensate for the difference. All right, so that should be a nice even arch. Yeah, the other thing I think I want to get is make sure I'm going to get the fabric on the silica, because I got the quartz, so I can start, or the mycelia, sorry. Oop, so I can grab that parachute, because the parachute is actually pretty, ouch, useful. All right, so let's have a look here. Yeah, that's, I think that's coming along. And what that does, it also gives me a nice little kind of connection point over here. So if I want to build some factories that way, it's already nice and tied in. And that's actually maybe what I'm going to do. Because I have to bring the Caterium from way over there anyway. So yeah, maybe I'll do my quick wire over here. Yeah, so I'm going to do iron there. We'll do copper there. We'll do quick wire here. We'll do steel. And it does make sense in my head because I'm doing biopower there. Well, what do you go to from biopower? Well, then you go to coal power. Well, what else can you do with coal? Well, you can make steel, so that makes it at the right side. Okay, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do here. So let's grab our ramp here and let's build down to the bottom here. And again, we're going to go with the 1 meter and 1 and 2. Grab our 2 meter, 1 and 2. Grab our 4 meter, 1 and 2. And I will replace these once I've got the stairs out of the awesome shop. Okay. Let's get a foundation into the ground. And then we'll just go boop, like that. And up. All right. Now let's go to the other side here. Whee! And we'll put a foundation here. And we'll come up to here. Yeah, see all that nonsense I just talked about? I don't think that's gonna work. I don't know now. I really don't know what the heck I'm gonna do here. It's all very much in flux. And we'll build that up. There we go. All right, so now I can run up here. Let's do the big move and let's clear the objective out of there and get our space elevator in. All right, so we're gonna go to our special now. It's always fun. It's always nice when missing get a that's gonna take me a bit. Hang on. I should have all the materials though. Nice to know I got the concrete on me. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, it didn't hurt. Nice. Iron rod and wires. So let's grab a couple of 3 rows. A couple of 3 rows. That made perfect sense. And just so I'm not completely out of wire when I finish, let's go get our iron rod. And we're going to need 2 full stacks of those. All right, that means I've now got enough to build the space elevator. Oh! It's raining! I don't know if you guys can see it in the compression, but it's so nice. Little things just can sometimes make you happy, and right now, there's just this lovely little drizzle. It's nice to have the rain back. Thank you, Coffee Stain. Okay, now, surfing too uneven? Ha 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 ha! No, it's not. Where do I want the control panel first? Let's do that. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of a hack you can do here. It says surface is uneven because there's not enough foundations built out yet. But if you put it into hologram hold, you can actually override that warning here so that you can nudge it into place. Obviously, it won't drop down now because I'm in the way. Ooh, just about walked off the edge. Let's get this guy centered up. Like, that should be... I think, yeah, I don't know if it's centered in its overall footprint, but it'd be nice to have the actual main shaft as close to the center of the foundation as possible. And then we can just drop her down into place there. Not hit that button, but not hit that button, but that button. Anyway, hit a bunch of buttons until I get rid of it. And there we go. Well, stage 1 looks out of alignment so far. Yeah, well, it's not the greatest to show it all, but I love this animation. Everything feels so heavy. Ah, I missed by 1. I missed by 1. You know what that means? I'm gonna photo mode. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna listen to Ada first.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril and only FICSIT pioneers offer hope for survival. FICSIT is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let FICSIT down.
Okay, so yes, I took it down. Because it wasn't centered, and it was upsetting me. Knowing that it was not correctly placed would have eaten me alive, and I would have gone crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. Put me in a room. Room had rats in it. Rats make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy one time. They put me in a room. Rats in the room. Rats make me crazy. Crazy? Alright, we can watch this again. Just because it's so dramatic. Look at all the rain. I love the directionality of the raindrops too. Looking up, like I get these round blobs, but when I look down, they actually drain. Okay, so now we're all locked down. We can keep filling in some foundations here. Because now I actually know missing iron plate. Iron is... Oop! I'm never going to make it over there, am I? Nope. Damn it. I can't get around, can I? Okay, then. I guess we're going the long way. This is why I want to get the awesome shop, and I think I'm going to do the awesome shop next. And I'm going to use the critter path because it is a much better payback. I'm going to save the kind of regular sinking stuff. So one of the things that with the awesome sink is that every item you put in there, and every ticket you get, it raises the cost for the next ticket. So you almost have to get ever increasing amounts in there to keep getting your tickets. Now late game, of course, this is not a problem because you've got really some good high value objects by that time. But early game, you want to get as much bang for your buck as possible. And the way you can do that is in your early game, instead of using things like your steel plates, and which are very low value items, which will completely screw up the scale because the cost of the tickets will go up still in a very high manner, but you're not going to have any high value objects to feed into the sink. But the alien goo, the price of the tickets does go up with each ticket purchased, but by not as much. In fact, it's almost a negligible amount that it increases. And that makes it much more economic to use the critter path. So that is the, let me show you, I got a bit of my inventory here. Do I have a bit of my inventory? Yeah, I do. Is using like the alien protein, and then you can go to the next stage. So yeah, gonna have to go over to the MAM, get some stuff done in the MAM to start working that. So right now, so far though, I do need to get my steel plate. So steel plate, or sorry, smart plating, steel plate, nope, smart plating. If we go into our codex here, so we go smart plating. Smart plating is going to require, there we go, the reinforced iron plates, and it's going to require rotors. So that means I need to get my assembly production going. Now, so that's two separate lines. We are going to need to bring in the good old Satisfactory modeler again. I'm gonna leave this stuff there. We'll just do I want to start a new one? Nah, we'll just find a nice clean area over here. Okay, so smart plating. I really, once I've learned how to figure out this thing, I really do like this. Okay, so it has like a preset. Cool. Anyway, so smart plating needs smart plating. So we need 50 smart plates. That's interesting. Oh, that's incredibly useful. From here, we need our reinforced iron plates. Now, I haven't really found a lot of more hard drives. I think I've only found one more, and I didn't have the power to set it up, and I just didn't bother. We want the iron plate. We want our screws. We're going to use cast screws because we have that recipe unlocked already. Yeah, we don't want 50 per minute. I'm just going to turn that down. I want just one machine's worth. Okay, 2. So just 1 machine's worth. That's all I'm going to need. I'm not building 12. Okay, and then I think these guys can share. Yeah, so those guys can share a single smelter. So a single smelter. I am going to want. So I want 1 full assembler. Let me break the connection here. Double click on that. So I can make 5. There we go. All right, so I'm producing 5 per minute. That's going to need 2 smelters. merge them together, split them so it balances out. Yep, that's good. 4 constructors, and then the 1 assembler here. Now for the rotor, was it? Or the stator? Rotor. For the rotor, we need screws. Again, how many am I making? 1, 4. So that's going to be 4 constructors. Yeah, I've got to worry about belt speed here. But with these guys, this up and running, I will have enough to turn this into 120 per minute belt, so that'll be fine. Then we need, close that. Now I need some pipe or rod. I don't know why I keep calling them rod, but I do. That can go there. And that goes there. So there we go. So 4 smelters. That's, yeah, I think that's a pretty good layout for this factory. Pretty straightforward. It's all pretty evenly balanced here. Okay, yeah, no, let's, that's what we're going to be doing in that iron section. Where am I? There we are. So let's go get our setup for those machines there so we can get our smart plating. I probably should also have a quick boo over at the hub here and see what my next tier is. This one here. So let's grab that. We can easily fill this in now because that'll give us our awesome shop and the ability to start syncing things. Okay, you know what? That's starting to get annoying. There. Okay, concrete. How much concrete do I have on me? Not much, not a lot. Okay, so let's just grab a bunch of concrete. Yeah, I totally need to increase this production here. So I'm going to make myself a couple of power crystals, which I have unlocked, so I can make power crystals right now. And you can see it comes with the overload. Whatever this is. So I can crank this up to 120, which will give me better production, or whatever, you know, basically the most expansion. Like, how much is these actually? Sorry. ADHD Satisfactory. So 45, 90. Yeah, so it'll be 3 of these. Running just slightly under clock, but everything's yeah, I'll figure out the numbers. All right, so I need some more wire. I also need to get copper plate set up over here. So I'll grab another roll of that. Let's see if I have everything in it now. And we can put that in there. We can put that in there. Nope, I don't have enough of that, but I do have enough of that. So I just need to go get some rods. Whoop. I'll grab 2 stacks. So I have 1 for my own inventory. Smash my face. So glad we don't take damage for that. And there we go, and off you go.
Milestone reached. You have been given access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as Awesome. Your awesome input allows FICSIT to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly. In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency. Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the awesome resource sink will grant FICSIT coupons. These coupons can be redeemed in the Awesome Shop for highly desirable items such as new foundations, walls, factory attachments, cosmetics, parts, and more. Next time you have additional resources, just remember to go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
It's nice that they're using the right units. Kilometers. Okay, so let's... do I want to crowd? No, I don't want to crowd in like that. Let's pull this one back. That's the other thing I also want to get out of the Awesome Shop is better ramps, because those suck. I mean, they're great ramps, but yeah, I need the under ramps and the double-sided ramps. Okay, so what did I need? I needed 4 smelters. That looks like the perfect space for 4 smelters. That actually kind of worked out nice. So we'll grab our 4 smelters. We want the direction going this way. I need a little bit of room here for some belt division. That is bringing in a lot of my iron, though. Ooh, that might be slightly problematic here. Oh, shoot. Does that mean I need 105 iron for this setup? I don't have 105 iron to spare. I got like 60. Maybe 65. Oh. This is not going to work here. Shoot. I need to get the next tier. I need to get the trucks going. There is no and if or but. I don't really have any other iron that nearby either. Yeah, I know you're there. Yeah, so that's like, and that's just an impure. That's like a distance, right? Well, all I'm going to do is we're going to have to do the same setup. Just going to have to slow the machines down. Okay, well, no help for it. Let me bring this back in. So what I need to do is instead of 5, we're going to do 2.5. So it's only half a machine. So we'll have to slow everyone down just a touch. There we go. So that gives me enough iron. So I'm now down to just the 2 smelters for now. Once I get some trucks and stuff set up, that'll be different. But for now, I think we're just gonna have to roll with it. Let's get you across there. Let's grab another row. Going that way, just make sure again I have lots of room here. I don't want to squeeze myself in too bad. You're not really placed very well. What have I done to myself? Nah, that's fine. The backport is lined up with the edge of the foundation, so that's cool. And then we'll go there. And I'm still going to put the 4 in. But I'm only going to run with these 2 here. Okay, let's, we're going to have to take that belt out of there. We'll grab our splitter, which can go that way. Need a Mark II to go from there to there. Just need a Mark I from there to there. Yep, they're feeding up. Good. Your Mark II, good. Your Mark II, your Mark II. Okay. I don't have an easy way up. Whoop. There we go. You know, that's not the first time I've been trapped down there. There needs to be a path over on this side. There. That is right where I need to be. That was dumb. Oh, boy. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Well, but moving on. All right, I need a lift to that height. It needs to be a Mark II. Okay, I'm going to put it in as Mark... Oh, actually, no. I just need a Mark 1. Yep, that's all I need, because this is under 60. Perfect. Okay. Let's grab our splitter here. We'll go lined up with this guy. We'll put the next splitter in here, which will feed from there. I'm just, you know, I'm not going to hook these guys up yet. Just, I'm not going to power them. I'm not going to connect their belts. At least, you know, not down there. For now, I am going to run that one into place. God, I love that. So many nice things that the fall release of the game has gotten. We are going to connect to here. And we'll just isolate right through there, and I won't run the power wire. That's the other thing I also want to get in the awesome shop is the you can daisy chain your machines now, but you have to purchase said feature. Okay, so there's going to be my smelters doing their smelting. Now, for our constructors, I am going to put the infrastructure in. So I'm still going to mark it up as the full. You guys can not see what I'm doing, can you? Of course not. Hey, this is the plan. You haven't been able to see it the entire time. I've been talking about something that's been off screen because I am smart. All right, so again, I'm going to set these back to their full... Whoops. Come back to their full amounts. So I get a proper machine count here. That's why I've set these guys to 4 machines. So I put in the 4 machines here. So I'm going to put in the 2 machines for the iron plate, the 4 machines. I like underclocking. I don't like doing overclocking, especially when you're on biopower, because overclocking is a geometrical increase in power. Likewise, it is also a geometric decrease in power when you underclock. I've got space to spare. I do not have power to spare. So that's why this will be 4 machines. This will be 2 machines doing all the work that I need it to do. Okay. I am going to need to go get myself some reinforced iron plates. So let's just run over to the workshop here. I should have lots of stuff to do it. Nope, because I'm low on screws. We can grab this here. Yeah, look at that. Even with the cast screws, you don't think you really need much more than cast screws in the early game. However, once you get into some serious manufacturing, you is going to want to find that steel screw. I don't need to be carrying any iron on me. All right, that should be more than enough screws. Let's also grab a couple of stacks of plates. Like that. Let's do a quick sort just so I can see what the actual values are. Smash my face. Oh, I landed. Okay, reinforced iron plate. Let's just make a whole whack of these. Only has to get this actually up and running and automated. I'll be slow. Yeah, I can't even right now overclock that miner or the drill. Because it's already putting out the maximum my belt is. Until I get the Mark III belts on a pure node. Is that a pure node? Yeah, that's a pure node. 120 means it's a pure node. Normal nodes are 60, impure nodes are 30 per minute. Until I can get, yeah, the 240 belts, which are the Mark IIIs, which I believe come with steel. Is that what comes with this? Is the steel? Or is it something else? I don't remember. All right, how many have I got? I got 48. That should be enough for now because I'm tired of waiting. Yeah, I'm gonna fill all that in. We're gonna, put in walls and windows and. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with it, but there I am. There's some holes in the floor. Definitely be doing something with it. Okay. So we got lots of room. Let's utilize the space and just keep going this way. Okay, so we're gonna do all our constructors kind of along here. Let me bring the planner back up again. I closed it, didn't I? Of course I did, because that's what I do. All right, so I got the planner back. Turn that off again. There we go. Okay, so which way do I want to do? I think what I'll do is we'll put the plate and the rod on this side, so they're both going to be a pair. So we're going to have 1, 2. It's just a coincidence it lines up. It's not really relevant. We're going to have 1 and 2. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll just ground some more foundations and run them along that way. Okay. So with the ingots all kind of piling up into here, now let's set the machines up here. So iron ingot, that's going to be 30. So Control C, Control V. We'll put a splitter here. We'll put a splitter. No, we don't need a splitter there. We'll just pump in the belt. Like that. The other splitter can go here. And again, we'll just make sure everything stays lined up nice and neat. Yep. And just using the Mark 1 belts. That's all I need for here. Yeah, your guys are all hooked up. Perfect. Then we can go there. Then for these 4, we'll do a manifold. So same thing. We'll come in from here. That's lined up. Then we'll go to lined up there. But we're going to turn. Turn, turn for every season. Turn, turn. And then there, and into there, into there, fall off, into there, and there we go, and there we go. All right. Okay, so now we just need to start tying all of these guys together. We need to also, of course, distribute evenly. So we'll grab another splitter, which we'll throw in right here. I want to make sure I can get through here, so I'm going to grab a lift. And yes, I am including him there for now. Then we can grab another lift. Is this gonna work? Now, lists are really kind of putting a cramp in this idea. Okay, no, I can't use them. I just don't quite have the space. All right, let's grab a merger first. It's going to go in that direction. Then we can grab a splitter. I don't have any floor holes or anything yet. Because otherwise I can just move this stuff underneath. Oh, well, you know what? We'll just have to deal with it. And this guy runs down to here. There we go. Keep it clean. Same thing here. I actually think that is nice and straight. Yep, that is nice and straight. Excellent. Okay, so let's get you guys so you're actually going to be producing something. So you're going to do iron plate. Along with you. You are going to be doing the rods. And copy and paste. And cast screws. Control C. Control V. Oh, wait. Nope. We got to do some mathing. I got to do some mathing. All right, so 3.2 divided by 4 is 0.8. So each of these guys needs to be running at 80%. So let's get that percentage set first. So 80% clock speed. Then I'll copy the settings and then paste the settings and paste the settings and paste the settings. We need to do the mathing on the rod. That's the wrong button. So I want 1.33 divided by 4 is 0.3325, so 33.25%. To be precise. 33.25. How about I just round it up to 35? Yeah, that'll work. Actually, only need one of these machines working. Nope, we're building it for this way. We just have to configure based on what's turned on and what's not. And paste. Let's see. Can I? Copy. Paste. All right. So these will be 75% because 1.5 is how many I need. That's one's easy math. I can even do that in my head. Control C and Control V. All right. So that has got all of that stuff moving and grooving. What I should do is start thinking about bringing some power over, because I might as well get all these guys doing their thing. Let's put a power pole right there. A power pole right there. I need to do some mapping on these guys as well. They're not quite set up correctly, so before I plug them in, yeah, so my total numbers are, again, I need 3.5 divided by 4 is 8.75. So 8 points. Oh, I don't. What did I say? 0.875. So 87.5%. So we put in here 87.5%. There we go. That'll give me the nice balances. And I can copy. And paste. 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 I might as well get this set up correctly right out of the get-go. Once I have some transportation, I can start using. You're going that way? Since I can't tell where anything is, good. There we go. Okay, you. And you. And then we can pop that in. No, damn it. And in like that. There we go. And then we can come back with our belts and go through there. Go through there. Over there. Over there. Like so. Okay. What's next? Let's bring the power to the forefront of these boys. And we'll go there. Which is not like the, speaking of, you know, the daisy chaining of the power. And oh, I'm out of cable. Yeah, I don't have really good ways of moving around easily right now, but that's fine. Again, everything will probably end up in the dimensional depot, and I really won't. That's the second time I've landed in that corner, so let's just fix that problem. There we go. All right. Cable, that's what I'm over here for. The interesting thing is I've got 2 copper here and only 1 iron. That random shuffle, man. Guess that's the whole freaking point. How do you problem solve like a girl like Marie? No, wrong song, wrong movie. Nope, nope. What was I doing? Oh yeah, running power lines. To there. I feel I need some foundations. And now I'm out of iron plate. Oop. Fortunately, I know where I can get some. Oh, I should check on the power. Last time I looked at the power, I still had a whole bunch load of wood in there, and I did throw some more stuff in there to get voided. The other thing I want to do is I want to get the next level of biofuel being made. Okay, what is next? Oh yeah, that way. It's gonna go the other direction. So I'm going to power all of these guys so that they are all connected to the grid. But I'll go into the control panels and actually turn them on and off as need be. Oh, you are not correct. You need to have pull here or there. All right. So, like I said, we only need 1 of each running so far. So I'm going to turn you off. turn you off. Still gonna plumb them in. Like, I heard Pizzi's coming up behind me. Yeah, you turn off, and I guess we'll turn you off. What's the far half of each of these? All right, let's connect up some power. Right into there. How are we doing on our power? Why is my production so low? Oh. Houston, we have a problem. Speaking of power, something ain't right here. Yeah, you look like your eyes are all turned on. I need to put some more reviews in. Yeah, you're full. How have I not tripped ahead? Why? Oh, right. Because it's a biofilter. It's the max capacity is still 108. Yeah, okay. So it is scaling. No, we're good still. Keep forgetting that about the bioburners is that they very much are scalable. Whereas the other ones are just, you know what? We're going to go for it. All right, how you guys doing? Yes, that's right. You are turned off. You're supposed to be turned off, right? You're turned off? Are you turned off? Yes, production paused. You don't have power. Oh, because I haven't connected you. Could that be why you don't have power? You're plugged in, right? Yeah. Nope. Not at all. Okay. Okay, so there we go. I should start having some materials building up. Yep. Production is starting to go good. Okay. Well, I should have put the screws in between the two. I really should have. That was kind of dumb. How much of an effort is it going to be to switch it? Not a lot. Let's turn you to cast screws. Let's turn you to cast screws as well. Copy your settings. %. I'm just trying to remember that. There we go. I could have done this a little. I could have done that more better. Anyway, never mind. That goes there. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of reworking here. We'll walk you down and slot you back into position there. Okay, we can take this out of here. Let's get you converted over to the iron rod at 35%. I guess I could throw the ingots back in. And we'll go Control C and Control V. That did not work. We want to go Control C. There we go. And Control V. And then we'll turn you off. Take everything you've got and put you into there. Okay. Now for conveyance, keep that pathway here. So I can at least walk between. Likewise here. Can I? Well, that doesn't matter there. Yeah, I like to be able to do that. Like that. That way, at least I have some ability to move from point to A to point B. All right, all right. You two should not be doing anything. Whatever you're doing, yeah, your production is paused. That's good. Your production can be paused. You need power. So do you. You have your production. But we now need... What are you doing here? Right, okay, okay, here we go. You go all the way down to here. What is it? What have I done? What am I doing? That's supposed to split out from there. That's not the way it's supposed to go like that. Actually, I was trying to be clever here. I don't need to be. Just do a manifold. You know what? A manifold will do the job just fine. And that allows me to keep things more compact, neater, and tighter. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So we'll put our splitter back here. Make sure you're all lined up correctly. Yep, there we go. Take that belt out of there. Grab another splitter. And go like that. That is not correct. Nor is that. We want everyone moving this way. Like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, you see, now we're getting somewhere. Now we go like that. Load balancing just is... You know, I don't know. It's all what the question is. What's better, load balancing or manifolds? Load balancing, I would say, is probably the more efficient. Hey, Mac. Yeah, welcome. Thank you. Glad to be found. Nice to see you. Hope you are enjoying the show. How'd you find me? Just a good old algorithm, I'm assuming? Okay. Yeah, you know, I can squeeze through there. That's fine. Okay, good. We need to put... That needs to be changed out, so we gotta pull all this stuff out. So we can get our splitters back in, and we're gonna flow in that direction. And that direction. And then we can plug these guys in. And we are... I have no idea what we are. I'm confused myself just as much as I probably confused everyone else. All right, so... Two machines providing ingots go in there, they come into there, they go into that splitter, they're getting divided that way. Every machine needs it, is getting it. You're not connected yet, so we'll plug you in. The excess is going down here, into here, into here. Yep, that is good. And I'm stuck. There we go. And then everything is, are we seeing ingots down here yet? This is the only problem, of course, with the manifold system is that whatever machines are on the end do take the most time to get filled. Okay, so you're doing your iron rod. You should be doing nothing. Yeah, nothing. Okay. It will all eventually catch up, but it can be a bit of a... That's why I've got them pre-started already. That way it makes sure that there's material for the assemblers right away. Okay, so now that I've got all that re-straightened out, we are going to need to bring all of these things together. Excuse me a sec. That rolling on gave me a tickle in me throat. All right, let's grab our assemblers. So we need 2 assemblers. Maybe actually have enough material for both of them. Cool. I'm gonna go up on top of this constructor here so I can see what the heck it is that I'm doing. So up the ladder we go. So we'll line that one up with this output, which is fine. We'll just get you kind of nicely centered on your foundations like that. Then over on this one, ladder again. And it's not really super clean there, like here, but you know what? That's fine. Like that. Okay. So to feed them, we'll go into there. Let's grab a merger, which is one of them things. Yeah, that should be a clean amount. And then we'll push you up. 1, 2, 1, 2. That. So now when I grab my lift, that connects comfortably. That connects comfortably. How does the belt do? On default, it's perfect. Excellent. All right. Okay. You go into there. Deposit your material. You're turned off, right? Yes, you are. Excellent. Okay. We'll do the same thing over on this side now. So that was just right on that edge of the foundation. The foundations are your best friend for when you're lining things up. Hold you in place for a quick sec. Yeah, we'll go you off in that direction. 1, 2. 1, 2. This just gives you handy dandy little reference points on these edges and stuff like that. Okay, that goes into there. We'll grab another one of these. And we'll swing into there using the straight. Excellent. All right. Then we just need to get our screws into place, but I'm going to need a quick minute. I'll be right back. Just got to do a quick bio break, and we shall resume getting these 2 things going. All right, I am back. Okay, now that I've got my microphone turned back on, Jesus, what the hell is wrong with me, man? Went to go do an audio test and tested it right into silence. Okay, let's get this finished getting these guys hooked up. Oh. Okay, so now hopefully everyone can hear me again. Okay. Yep, okay. Like I literally did a test. When did I hit the stupid mute button? Okay, now we can get the screws being distributed. Is everything hooked up now? Yes, they are. Now I just need to bring the power lines through. And we will transport power forward right through here. Your power connections are towards the front. So we'll put one there. We'll go one in the center here. We'll go all the way to the end here. I guess I'll put to the center there and reconnect like that. Okay, and then we can go into, what are you supposed to be making? Not rotors. You're going to be making me my reinforced iron plate. Still at 50%. That's good. Okay, here we go. Let production begin. All right, and yeah, we're all very tight to the wire on this stuff. Oh, who needed the majority of the screws? One of you needed a lot. That would be the rotor. So that's this guy here. He actually needs a elevated belt. He needs 100 per minute. Likewise, that needs to be 100 per minute. So we need to make sure. Oh, wait a minute. I done a dumb again. I need to push 160 through that choke point there. I don't have 160 to push through that choke point. What am I making in here? How much am I making? I am making, that's 40. Oh, no. We're good. We're good. Sorry, it's 40 and 60. I need 100 total. Or 30 and 50. So I need to have 80 coming through here. Okay, my mathin' wasn't mathin', but my mathin' is now mathin'. Okay, let's direct the material to some storages. Will you... I don't have any other fancy... Oh, I do have my ladder, conveyor pole, these things. So we'll go up to there. Hopefully that's not too sharp a corner. That is very much too sharp a corner. I need to bring you to here. Like that, and we can get rid of that one and that one. All right, and then we can come to through there. Okay, and now we can grab some storage containers. And we'll put one. We'll put one where? Let's go this way a little bit. Let's go this way even a little bit more. Go right there for one. And we'll put the next one right there. And we just need some of these. All right, and then straight from there and straight from there. I managed to clip that right in through a power pole because I is smart. We'll just scooch over here a little bit and then back to there. There we go. Okay, so that we got those. How many smart plates do I need? I need a whopping 50. Let's give ourselves a little bit of space here. Now, I know I said I was probably going to put all the machines underneath there. We're not quite there yet. That'll be the next stage, which is definitely a little bit more involved. But I won't be moving on to that until I have my full transportation system set up. In the meantime, though, I can go to my production. Let's see what I need for an assembler that I'm going to have to grab. I'm going to have to grab some of these. Yes, I have enough. Going to need to grab some of these. Yes, I have enough. So I can start making some smart plates. And I am going to just drop you right where you can make the corners and everybody can be happy and eat rainbows and cotton candy and just have a grand old time. Okay. Making sure again I'm using the straight. And just for shits and giggles, you can go elevated. Like that. Need to find a power line, so we're going to split you right through here. Oop. Your power connection's right there, so we'll just go to there. And wire you in. Get you wired up like that. Okay, and no, you don't be making that. What I want you making is my smart plate. And yeah, so you're only taking 1 per minute. I am making 2 and 2.5. So I'll even build up some star. What would happen if I increased that? I'll use up all my rotors. I kind of want to keep you down at 50%. That's fine. Okay. All right. Let's get the copper sheet hooked up. And let's also upgrade our limestone. So let's go see what we can build for power shards. I'm going to need 2 of these. I need to grab me some sluggies. So we'll grab 2 of those. I'm going to grab that one there. Also going to grab some mycelia. So let's make 2 power shards. That made 4, but that's okay. Don't need the mushrooms on me. All right. What else do I need over here? Okay, so power slugs. I need some. Oh, I gotta set. What do I need for frames? It never ends. Modular frames need iron rod and reinforced iron plate. Nope, not gonna happen. Not for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, not gonna be happening right away. I do have the bolted frames. That's nice, though. Yeah, not until I get the rest of my iron upgraded. I think we're just going to have to kind of suffer through. What were you doing? Well, you were making me Caterium ingot just for the fun of having Caterium ingot. You were making me silica. Okay. Make some iron frames. Or modular frames. Means I'm going to need a buttload more reinforced iron plates. Don't know if I have a lot of excess right now. I got 7. Let's just steal the 7. And then I'll just have to make the rest. So I've got plenty of screws. I got a reasonable amount of plates. Reinforced iron plate. Yeah, let's just make a bunch of those. Let's see their modular frames get up in number. Just stare at the screen. Yeah, this is why handcrafting is not really the way to go. It's very boring and tedious. Okay, let's just make a bunch of modular frames and then I'll have to get myself... I can get the power slugs pretty much done. I guess I should grab a blue one. All right. What else do I need? Copper plate or copper sheet. Grab my blue slug from here. There we go. That way I can scan for him at least. Oh, I don't need a blue slug. I need all that stuff, which I've got lots of, so that's good. All right, so I can now scan for slugs, which is good. Let's make the copper sheet.
Extract latent energy from their surroundings to sustain themselves. By tuning the object scanner to the particular potential energy signature, it is now able to locate them against the background environmental static.
All right. Okay, what do I need? I need 15, 30. You're doing 30. You're doing... Everyone's doing lots. What are you doing? You're doing my cable. Okay, so let's give ourselves a little bit more floor plan here. Like that. I'm actually going to go all the way out through here. And then I can grab my ramp like that. Okay, so copper of the sheet variety. I guess I'll just put you right there. We'll put you next to that. I'll lift you up by 1, 2, so you get clear. Oh, actually, no, I don't. We'll go like that. And like that, and then we'll just swing around a nice default belt. Okay. You are going to be making me my copper sheet, my friend. I don't need that many ingots. I don't think I'm going to bother... What are you making? You're making 30 ingots per minute. You're taking 15 ingots per minute. You need 20. That's not quite enough, so we'll put another smelter in. For whatever reason, the floor doesn't go out quite right, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. All right, are you centered? Yes, yes, you are. Okay, and what did I say you needed? You needed 20. So we'll just dial you down to 20. Like that. Okay. You need 15. Let's dial you down to 15. And you needed 15 as well. Now that I actually am underclock, there we go. Perfect. So 15, 15, and 20 is 50. Which is perfect. Actually, you know what? Let's just keep everything nice and balanced here. Let's say you only need to make 50. Save the power. That's what I'm looking at. I want to save the power. All right. I got a power pole conveniently located right here. Oh, yeah, I guess you can go into there now. I did say copper sheet, right? Yes, I did. Okay, let's make sure you are getting your ore. There we go. Oh, power. Where does your power connection go? Goes in right there. Up and over. And into place. Okay. Let that be copper sheet. Why are you all fallow? Because I'm full of cable? I am. Full of cable. Cool. Normally I'd be sending all that overflow into the sinks, but not until I get my smart splitters, which is going to be chasing the Caterium line, which I can start doing. All right. You should be making copper sheet. Yep, there goes the first of my copper sheets. So I'm just going to let that roll. Can't really increase production because I don't really. Yeah, I mean, I could double up. No, never mind. You're fine. It's fine. Walk away. It's fine. Okay. Let me go and do my limestone upgrades. So I'm going to throw those two in, which is going to give me 120 out of here. Now, 120 divided by 45. 120 divided by 45 is 2.67. 2.67 divided by 3 is 0.89. So can run 3 machines at 89%. And that is my current maximum until I can start upgrading my the Mark II miners. Forgot what was I going to say. All right. Let's have a Mark III belt or Mark II coming out that way. We can just go back to a Mark I, and then we can use our Mark I. Let's make sure you are power. You are doing that is dumbs. Doing all kinds of dumbs here. Lots of dumbs. Yay. Oop. Power pole. Go there. And there. And we take our power lines through. Oh, you're already connected. And we connect the machines to here. And into there. And then we set you to 87. 0.5. That was the value I needed, right? Nope, 89%. E. 89%. Not quite. 13.31. 325. I'm trying to get this exactly to 40. So close. Go there. No, that's too much. So it's 3.4. No. Okay, well, I guess it'll be 39.9. Okay, copy. And paste into that one. And paste into that one. Those guys should all be operating on equal measure now. Okay. And then we need to make sure the outputs also are happening here. So we're going to have to put another merger in. Right there. Get you all hooked up. And there we go. Okay, so I think that should be maximizing our concrete output now. I'm going to see if I can't squeeze in a faster belt in here. If I can. Oh, I don't know if I can get in there. Let me in. Up by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Apparently. On. Ooh, fell off. I failed. But I can't get up. Alright. I'm just gonna have to put all that concrete into my. Hopefully it all fit. Yeah, well, sure seems that way, which is good. Storage container. Just gonna have to make some distance here. Like that. And then we can grab our Mark II belt. There we go. Okay, let's grab a couple of sacks, and I think we're good. What you making? You're making 13 point. Yeah, God, the concrete is just awful. Okay, that's as maximized as that's gonna get for now. Again, until I get the Mark II miners. Let's just. Let's not have a weird bridge here. We're gonna have a weird bridge. It's gonna be over here. Namely, Hugh. I don't know why I just said Hugh. Then we'll go across like that. I'm gonna move this ramp. There we go. Okey-dokey. How we doing? What are we doing? I don't know. I wanted to grab some of these. I think I was waiting for my purple slug research. And then we can have all of the power slug research done. Or at least get close. Ooh, need a few more. Okay. Yeah, I need more. Do I have enough that I can... Yeah, I mean, I could put a second one of these in. I do have the overhead for it. How fast are you going? I've got lots of cable. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to actually put a second one of these in. I'm going to grab a merger. You're lined up, right? Yep. And then we'll go up. Like that. Get rid of this belt. And that. I did not mean to get rid of the machine. That was dumb. H. For hold. I have to do a bunch of fixing now. Your program for copper sheet, right? Yeah, that's because you came directly from there. At 110 per minute. Okay. We're getting back online. Gonna need a splitter. One, two, one, two. Okay, why did you suddenly break free? Where are you going? That was weird. Just suddenly started doing its own thing there. Okay. It's all fine now. Move on. Okay, there we go, there we go. And then we just need some output so we can go from here to boop. From there to boop. And then from there to boop. And make sure you're back to your full 60. And 30. I need to bring you up. Yeah, let's just bring you up as well. Now, I need some of this excess to go join up over there. This is going to get to be a bit of a spaghetti pie, but not really much help for it. Just need to balance out my lines a little bit. Grab our merger now. Like that. And then theoretically I should... Oh, no. Why did I lift you up higher? You're not supposed to be up higher. There we go. And then we can go from here into there. And then whatever overflow and balancing. And yeah. I should have a reasonable amount. Production. Yeah, let's use the 1 minute ramp. Just looks prettier. Okay. How we doing? Do I have enough now? Yeah, that should give me enough now so I can do that research. Whee. And start research. And that gives me
Research
the...
completed. Purple power slugs seem to be near the end of their life cycle and have a significant amount of potential energy stored. It is a good thing FICSIT does not waste. Purple power slugs can now be processed into power shards.
Okay, so now I can do power shards, but I can also start making, or at least up to unlocking, which I'm not going to worry about right now. No, no, you bastard. I hate you. No. I could do my gunpowder to get my Nobelix, which I'm liking. the idea of how are we doing on nutrients. Do I have enough for these yet? No. Not really finding a lot of pale berries, but what I can, I need to just go grab some biomaterial. Hopefully I have some that hasn't been processed. So I can try to unlock my parachute. Yay! Just about ran off right off the edge. Okay, so let's run over to the over here, where I got my silent biofuel stuff going. I'm doubting I have any biomaterial available. Biomass, no, because I'm out of leaves. Biomass, no, because I'm out of wood. I do still have a little bit of biomass here. Okay, that means I need to go do some collecting. I'm going to leave that part of the forest alone because I'm right next to this pond over here. Ooh, bilberry. I'm pretty sure there was an... oh, that's not what I'm looking for. There was an iron node nearby here, wasn't there? Yeah, right here. Okay, so I do have an impure here, which isn't horribly far away, but it is still more than I want to belt. So I do want to set that up for road, so... There's a wreck over here. Maybe I'll go deal with that hard drive as well. Yeesh, that was right in front of my face. And the area collect is not really grabbing all the stuff here, but if I do a chainsaw on this stuff, it'll grab the whole region around me. The trees coming down is very violent now. Oh, I am out of inventory. Okay. You know what? Before I get that hard drive, yeah, it is just setting up some power and whatnot, but I'm very close to having the Noblix, so I should just do the Noblix. Do I have any more pale berries around here? Hi, you. Okay, that's the one of the other things I need to do. All right, I'm out of here. There's a lot of people shooting stuff at my face. Or trying to run into my face. So I'm just going to run over here. There's a slug over there that someone's bogarting. Ow! Hey! No! 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 Stop it! You had the option. This... Oh, I don't even have enough space on me. Okay. Whoop. Let's go deposit this stuff. Oop. Okay, you get some wood. Didn't really grab a lot of wood there, did I? Not that one. You're the leafy. Yep, you're the leafy. Toss in the old leafies. Let me turn you off for a minute. That was quick. Okay, let's turn you back on and then I can walk away. You're all Mark II. No, you're not. You're Mark... No, okay, yeah, 260's going in, and as long as you're a Mark II, you're Mark II. Okay, I actually did it right. Cool. Let's head back. to ma'am. And unlock our fabric. Which gives me the option of unlocking my
Research
parachute.
completed. Fabric recipe unlocked. New mycelia research available.
Okay, fabric. I can make just enough. Excellent. That would be 10 fabrics. Yes, thank you. Can you move off my screen now? And start the research.
Parachute unlocked. FICSIT appreciates your willingness to descend rapidly to perform your duties, but damaging FICSIT property is a breach of contract and will have unpleasant consequences. Improve descent efficiency by combining the forces of gravity and drag with a parachute.
Okay, let me go grab some more biomaterial. Ooh, ow. Biomass, please. Give me your biomasses, please. I think I got way too much, but you know what? That's fine. It's fine. Oh, I should check on my smart plates, see how they're doing. Should also check and see the hub if any of my tiers have opened up. I don't think they will until I set up the smart plates. How many of the fabric keys stuff do I need? So we're going to add one of you. I need 20 fabric keys. So let's just make our 20 fabric keys. That's more than enough fabric keys. And one parachute, please. Strap her on. And we no longer falls. In fact, we can even do things like this. Whee! Do things like these, and we can just go. Whee! Okay, I think I want to run to my sulfur mill. Actually, let's check how this is doing first. Whee! How are you doing? I got 31 so far. Not enough. But I should be able to throw you in. See if I can ride the hill all the way up. Nope. I can at least deposit you. Okay, there we go. Oop. Oh no, I walked off the edge. I think now I want to go find my sulfur again. Because I want to get the Noblix here unlocked. Oh, I can't. I need the steel plate. So I don't need to bother with that. What do we need next on the quartz? I can increase my inventory slot. That's good. I need to find... Oh, I think I have enough pale... No, still don't have enough paleberries. What the hell? Alright, alien megafauna. Haven't found any of these guys yet, but I do have enough of this, because that's what I want to start doing. Because I want to start again. I want to get that MAM stuff done.
Research
Structural
completed.
analysis.
Alien protein can now be turned into biomass or alien DNA capsules. In addition to being used for research, the invaluable alien lifeform data in these capsules can be traded for FICSIT coupons at the Awesome Sync. We guarantee the best capsule to coupon exchange rate anywhere on this planet.
Okay, let's get the deuterium done. And get the quick wire going. You have my deuterium ingots. So let's do this next. And start our research.
Research completed. Quickwire recipe unlocked. New deuterium research available.
Thank you. All right. Let's skip that for now. Need steel. Means I can't do that. Can I do anything over here? Yes, and ish. Yeah, I can actually make these protein inhalers now. Okay. Critter. Let's get the MAM set up for the critter disposal system. So I'm just going to increase my platform size here. I'm going to keep increasing my platform size this way. And this way. Like that. I'm going to move you to... Oh yeah, I also flipped the MAM around, or the hub around, just because it was going in the wrong direction that I'm usually used to. Okay, power line there, and connect into there. And that should get all of you guys going again. I gotta make sure things are nice and neat and lined up properly. We'll go to there. Disconnect you guys again temporarily, reconnect you again. See how you're doing on your smart plating. If I have all the rest of my smart plating, I can shut this down at 4. Oh, okay. I do have enough reinforced iron plate in there now, so I'm thinking. Who's the reinforced iron plate? Is that you? I believe. Yep. Okay, I've got enough reinforced iron plate in there. I'm going to cut this line here so that I get to keep these now. I just need more rotors to go in there, and not many. And that should give me my... You know what? Let's just crank this guy up. Yeah, let's just crank it up. Get it done. All right. I'll get that material back when I take the machine down. Have I got anything unlocked and ready to go here yet? No, because I have to set up the smart plate before I can release that. Okay, alien biomaterial. Alien biomaterial, and this power line is still going to be in my way, isn't it? It is. So I'm going to put a post right in here, and we'll bring this line over this way to here instead, and then we'll connect into there. That means I can now get rid of you and you and you, because you weren't doing anything. You were left over from when the power generators on that side. I don't even have to use these two power generators anymore, and there we go. Okay, let's just start off with some constructors. I'm going to need 4 for the 4 different critter Parkees, reinforced iron plate. Whee! Parachuting! And up we go! How you doing over here? Woo! 2 more! Is that going to be enough? I don't know. We're going to find out. Why have I got limestone, raw limestone in my inventory? Don't need that. I gotta clean my inventory. Got too many screws. And I got no place to put them. Okay, well that's fine. At least one, 2. Now I haven't got enough the spitters yet, so but I'm still gonna put it in there. What I can do though is put in the hog. I have found some hatchers, so I got that one researched. We can do all of our little alien proteinies like that. Let me extend this out again. I am out of reinforced iron plate again. Yeah, this reinforced iron plate is going to be a pain in the neck. Really do want to bring in, and I think I'm just going to, transport the iron directly to this particular site here for now, because I still need to expand my own personal. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for you. Well, that'll give me my 1 more constructor. Parachute! Oh yeah, I wanted to see where the basher is. I think that's under the animal, the critter category. All right, I'm just gonna put you kind of right here. I'm not gonna connect you. I'm just gonna wire you in, because while I'm still running the tree here, I don't want necessarily things to go. Alien megafauna. Where is the basher? Where is the basher? Yeah, there's my smart splitter that I need to work my way through. I need to set. I want to set up a quick wire. Where the hell is the basher? Quartz? Sulfur? Where the hell's the basher, man? Thought it was in here somewhere. Ready merger. Nope, that's steel. Could do that. I don't need to do that. I don't want that. I can't unlock that. I just don't have any stators. Yeah, see, I really need to get over there. Oh, there's so much to do. Yeah, I don't see. Still need steel. No, I think I'm gonna have to unlock the next tech. Okay. Power lines. Put a power pole right here. Here comes the rain again. Falling on my head like a memory. Falling on my head like a new emotion. Take me into the morning breeze. I have no idea what the word is here. So I gon' just keep singing without ease. And make it, oh my god, okay. La la la, here we go. And get all these guys connected up. You're not really doing anything yet because I don't have the recipe for you, but that is okay. And then you have no powder. I need you to come to here. Like so. Okay. You need spitter stuff. Let me go get all of my what's-its. So my that and that. So that gives me catcher, hog. I don't have any spitter remains at the moment, do I? Let me get rid of the mycelia. We can throw that in there. I can throw that into the other machine. Let's put the 8 power slugs in there. I don't need these screws. Okay, let's fill this in. Ooh, the rain sound effect is nice. Very nice. Okay, and smart plating in there, so I need 12 more. Let's see what we got over here. $14 of them. We can shut this down. Perfect. Excellent. In fact, I'm going to steal everything out of there. And we can get rid of this line, and we can get rid of that line, and we can just leave you alone for now. Perfect. Let's get our next series of technology and get the first bit of this set up. All right, Mr. Smart Plating. We'll load you. We'll seal you up. Will a data
Welcome
talk?
to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress Presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 1 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed. After completion of Phase 1, the technologies of Tiers 3 and 4 will become available in the hub. Highlights are automated power, steel production, personnel transportation, and many more. Completing Phase 2 of Project Assembly is your next main objective. New project parts will need to be produced and delivered to the space elevator as you have done previously. Continue to construct, automate, explore, and exploit for a better FICSIT future.
All right. That's what we're waiting for, so we can get our transportation going. Now we can send this up. And we'll take a step back here so we can watch the show.
Phase 1 of Project Assembly completed. This is only the beginning of Project Assembly, the first step towards saving the day. You have performed adequately so far. Reminder, not only is FICSIT saving humanity, it is saving all of Earth, including kittens and puppies. It is statistically likely that you appreciate the continued existence of kittens and or puppies. Continue the work for their sake. Continue the work for FICSIT. It is time to start the work on Phase 2 of Project Assembly.
All right, that means we can now start planning and moving towards the big stuff. Let's go back into here. Let's in our hub. We have 3 and we have 4. That is excellent. We have coal power. Unfortunately, I don't exactly have a lot of coal. More importantly, this is the big one. Oh, universal vehicle path. Yeah. And we can go into steel. And there's my basher. Yeah, we're going to just grab that right the freak now. And start loading that up. What else have we got in here? We've got our blueprints, logistics Mark III, which we can clear up. Yeah, so that's gonna, steel comes into play on that. We have our advanced steel production, so that gives us our Mark II. Not as important. Oh yes, hypertubes. Yes, please. Yeah, all the good stuff. Yeah, jump pads will never be done. All right, let's finish off getting our basher so we can start ranging a little bit more confidently into the wilds. What am I doing? I'm looking for a whole bunch of these, which I don't have. I might have to just make them. Which is okay. Let's grab the stuff. Make sure we have enough stuff. Okay, and yeah, that'll make me enough. It's gonna be a while to bake them.
Milestone reached. The Xeno Basher is a direct upgrade from the Xeno Zapper. In the words of the engineer that first developed this tool, quote, "The Zapper kind of electrocutes things, the Basher straight up smacks stuff, while also electrocuting them," unquote. It is beneficial during encounters with aggressive fauna and has been tested thoroughly. The engineers' noble sacrifice for xeno research will not be forgotten, whoever they were. Milestone reached. Tractors permit pioneers to move around the world in a manner similar to using legs, except with wheels and the rampant consumption of natural resources. They can also be automated to self-drive and deliver resources between truck stations, which in turn facilitate automation of loading, unloading, and refueling.